Today I'm going to strip the paint off the passenger rear door because I know there's some rust at the bottom. I just want to see how much work is needed to be done. I'm Steve and welcome to my channel. I'm just going to strip the paint up to the chrome strip there. This was the cheapest paint stripper I could find, and for 5 litres. It's not so good as Nitromore's, but it does work if you cover it with cling film. So that's what I'm going to do. You can see I've used a lot of it already on other things as well, so I might have to buy some more of this or whatever is available. So the first thing I need to do is rough the surface up, and I've got this very rough Scotch-Brite pad, and so I'm going to go all over the surface to take the gloss off. That allows the paint stripper to get in and under the paint. You could use ordinary wet and dry for this, 80 grit or something if you wanted to. Same sort of thing. In fact, I might get a bit of 80 grit on a block and rub this down actually. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes now. I'm just going to have a look, see if it's worked. So that's dry. It's too dry for some. That's what happens when there's thick paint. I think it soaks in too much. What I'll do, I'm going to put another coat on, and I'm going to try tin foil instead of this, see if that makes any difference. Probably not, but a try. I've just started to rub this door with some 80 grit, and this is a good example of what paint is on there. So I've rubbed it down to the metal. That's the metal. The red is the primer that Ford put on in a factory, and then they put the black on top of that. And then the previous owner decided he wanted a green car, so he got his friend to put just one layer of green paint on top of the original paint. So then I decided I wanted it black again, So I gave it to a friend of mine. So he's put on the this is primer filler, I think, this yellow, and then he put on cellulose gloss black on the top. So that's all over the car. That's what I have to remove. So, at last, I've got all the filler off of this door. Now, what I think has happened is, before it was painted green in the 50s, there's been an accident here. There's been a crease here, because there was two types of filler. There was white there and pink here. So when I gave it to the guy that sprayed it black, he did this glazing here, but I don't think he took all the filler off, and he put some pink filler all the way over, so there's lumps here as well. So there could have been as much as ½ an inch of filler in there, because that's, what's that, about 3/8 of an inch there. And there's also another dip there. That was the last bit of filler to get off. For some reason there's another dip there. So when he got that red hot, it must have distorted this here. It must have gone in, because it is oil canning a little bit. I don't know. These doors are not flat in this direction, and the other doors are not flat in this direction either. But when I put it there, that is almost dead flat on there. But the other doors, when you get down to the bottom, they're not dead flat. So I don't know if these are supposed to be dead straight. I think they should be dead straight from this edge to here. And this one's got a high spot there. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this. Obviously this has got to be cut out, and this has got to be panel beated up, but I haven't got the skills to do that. Another little interesting thing is these patches here. I don't know if you can see that, they're slightly different colour. And when I was scraping the paint off with the scraper, it kept digging in here. So then I realised this is lead. So this has been lead loaded here in these 3 spots. So that must have happened in the factory. Because, you know, when this accident was done, it was done with filler, it wasn't done with lead. So, you know, this door's been jinxed from the very beginning by the looks of it. The other question I have is this lip along here. Now there seems to be a high spot there, and from there down to there it seems to be bent down. So when I put this wall on like that, you see that there's a gap there. There's a gap there. That don't seem right to me. So have other people seen that? Or do I need to bend this up to make it one continuous curve? So what I've got is I've got a continuous curve up to there, and then it dips down. So I'm wondering if did they do that in the factory to make it line up with the sill? I don't really know. Has anyone seen that before? I expected to get this done on Friday, but the paint stripper that I've used is not the best. It's the cheapest I could find, and you only get what you pay for. So it's now Monday morning and I've finally finished, and this is the end of this video now. This has thrown up a lot of questions for me because I'm a novice when it comes to bodywork. If there's any professionals watching this, please tell me your thoughts. I've put some paint stripper on here without using any sandpaper, so I've just taken that off with a wire brush. So I don't know whether to spray directly on top of that or rough it up with 80 grit like I've done here. And I'm thinking of putting epoxy primer all over the car when I do the respray, because they say that it doesn't absorb moisture at all, and you can almost leave it indefinitely before you put the top coat on. So do I rough this with 80 before I do that, or what? I want to use cellulose top coat because I'm used to that. I feel that if I use 2-pack top coat that I might have problems rubbing it down and whatever. So the other question I've got, is it okay to put cellulose on top of epoxy primer? I think it is, but if anyone knows any different, please tell me. When it comes to repairing that dent, I suppose the obvious thing is to get a new door skin, a half skin. I don't know if they're available, but even then, for me, to weld all along here without distortion is a bit of a challenge, because I've got MIG, I haven't got TIG. And also bending it over the edge, I suppose it can be done, but there again, I'm just guessing. So I'm a bit stuck really. I don't know how to get that dent out if I decide to just leave the original skin on. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you next time.